up, guys? I'm making a 1921 Morgan dollar coin ring, and it's going to be a huge size 4.5, which will be a challenge, but I like a challenge. I'm going to do a 5/8 inch punch to save me from doing too much stretch into this guy. Even though it's going to need to be stretched pretty much to the fullest on the ring stretcher over here. Almost all the way down to the bottom. Pretty much all the way down to the bottom. So there could be a few complications. Could be, you never know. Going that big, things happen. So I got a backup coin, but hopefully we don't need it. Phone's plugged in right now, so it's kind of moving around on me all weird. But let's get going. If you happen to have headphones in, take them out because this gets really loud. Probably gonna lose the phone, actually. It's probably gonna fall. So if it does, I'll grab it. Damn. What's up, Karen? How are you? It was a tough one. It was hard to get that guy out. Alright, the guy that ordered the coin just hit me back up and said thanks. He should be joining us here soon. Good, Karen. What's happening this weekend? Anything fun? I've been working pretty much non-stop. It's gonna be a big boy. The big boy ring. What's up, Robbie? Which advice was that? I've been giving a lot of advice lately, sorry. I believe it was about the coin ring, the way you wear it. There we go. It's going to be a tails out, so it'll be sweet. Oh my God, 3 graduate. I used to work in, I used to run the San Jose Event Center, and yeah, we had graduation seasons, so I would have to work all the graduations going on, and that sucked. That was like, that was horrible. Just switch it to real quick. Yeah, I didn't like that. They did one, it was called Chicano Grad, and it was like, I don't know if it was just Spanish only courses or what it was, but it was called Chicano Grad, and they partied their freaking asses off. They had like, it was the only cool graduation. They had like, they had all the good stuff. They had the mariachis, and they partied hard. Like, that was the only graduation where I had to bring 4 portable bars in, and it went till like 2 a.m. Yeah, those suck, Karen. I was just invited to a buddy's graduation. Luckily, it's just the party. Luckily, it's just the party. What's up, Bob the Builder? So let's clean out this cut side hole. Hey Bob the Builder, is this your ring that I'm making? Nice. It's gonna be a big boy. These, like anything over 13 gets a little questionable, so I did get a backup coin if needed, because the chances of something going wrong with this are highly likely, but Morgans are my specialty, so I think we'll be okay. Just gonna take our time here. I'll explain the process since you're here, just so that you know what we're doing. Basically, I just punch the center out and I'm cleaning up that side because that'll be the outside of the ring later. So any kind of imperfections in there, once we start stretching and folding, can really come into play and be nasty on us. Coin's about 150 degrees right now. Friction heats it right up. See how that's cleaned up really well. It doesn't have the you know, when you first cut it, you get the imperfections and the flaws. So now, hopefully my camera doesn't fall. It's plugged in right now, so this cord is acting up on me. I'm only going to be doing the heat once on camera, so let's see if we can get a focus over there. Heating it up so the metal gets softer, so that when I start folding it, you don't get any cracks or splits. Folding it is a term used when you start bending it, manipulating it. It's turning a really cool purple right now. Kind of getting a natural tone look to it, but it's all going to get polished out and patinaed here at the end. So none of that really matters. Dip it in the water, cool it off so I can touch it with the hand. Where's my camera at? There you go. So let's go back to the back here. It's this stabilizing die. It has a little lip which will hold the coin into place. And we're doing tails out on this one, so heads will be up. I'm going to use a series of cones smaller one first, and then the larger one to fold it. What time is it here? I'm on the West Coast. It's 1:15. We're dealing with a 90-plus-year-old coin here, so anything can happen at any time. You never know if a coin's been buried underground, if it's been, you just never know what the coin's history is. So you never know what's going to happen with one of these guys. Luckily, it's a real thick coin, so it's pretty hard to split these guys. I always prepare for the worst. I'm just heating it up again. I heat it quite often, so I'm not going to move the camera every time just because it's plugged in and I don't want to lose stream. But I'm just heating it till it's about a dull red. Like if the lights were out, it would be about a dull red. Alright, go to the next die, which doesn't have that lip in it. And I'm going to move up to the largest size cone. And that is that step. So the places that we could have a problem with this guy now are where these wings end. It creates a natural little dip, and it happens with both of those. So I'm just going to watch that as I go. Those little tiny flaws at the end of those wings. And there's also the same thing at the top of the head there. It's just a little extra metal. And that's where they tend to split if they do split. And we're going to be stretching the heck out of this, so we'll see what happens. But that step is done. Now we're going to go to the ring stretcher. Right now, it is a huge ring, sitting at about a 14.5. But we need to stretch this thing to about a size 17 or 18 so that we can reduce it down to the 14.5 that we need. So I'm going to go back to the heat. Alright, so we're going to go to the stretcher. I don't have the best camera angle for the stretcher, so we're going to try this. My arm may get in the way because I'm right-handed, but basically the way the stretcher works is it has 4 parts, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and they go upwards, and there's one of these inside. And as I push it, it raises up, stretching these out, which in turn will stretch the coin. So that is what we're doing now. And we're going to the very bottom. We're stretching the heck out of it. This is where the splitting and cracking could occur, or the issues could happen. So I'm going to take it easy, and I'm going to keep heating every 8 or 10 pulls. It's almost bracelet size right now. Got some big fingers, dude. I made a 14.5 or 15 recently, but I'm pretty sure that was a silver eagle, which pure silver, and it's a lot softer. Like it wouldn't even shake my table using this stretcher. But this 90% silver is so much harder to deal with and harder to stretch. Alright. Thing is huge. Yeah, I hear that one, dude. You don't want to be wearing a pinky ring necessarily unless you're a pimp. Alright. We're good. Edge is all good. And this thing is so big, there's no need to even put it on here because it'll just fall right out the bottom. So hopefully we're done with the stretcher. I'm going to take it to the heat, and I hope it's the last time we're on the heat too. Alright, let's finish this guy. So I'm going to wrap it in some Teflon tape several times. I'm just going to do it on my lap real quick. This protects the metal on metal contact and the detail of the outside of the ring, because obviously we want the detail on the ring. And try to take pride in the outside and inside of the ring having every bit of detail still left on it. I use cheaper Harbor Freight tape because it works good for what I need. So I give it about 10 to 15 full wraps, and there's a few reasons for it. A, it protects the detail, and B, it kind of gives me some info as I'm pushing it in. So I'm going to use, I believe this is a, I can't remember the degree of this die. I believe these are, I can't even remember, 18s or something. So this is probably like a 14 degree. And I put it in like so, because my goal now is to get, there's a little bowing going on here. Goes like so. I'm going to straighten that out. So put it in like so. Get a makeup pad. Protect the reed so that we don't get any reed damage or squish the reed at all. So I was saying that tape has multiple purposes. The second purpose is as that detail starts coming through the coin, I can see the top of the United States. Once I can see all that detail through, it tells me that the bowing is done. Go to the next size down, a makeup pad, or in push rods. Change out the makeup pad. So you can almost see that detail coming through. It's kind of hard to capture, but you can see the "In God We Trust" coming through. But there's still a lot of white, so it tells me there's a slight bow. It should still be pretty large. We're still too large to measure, which is good. I'm going to go to the next size die. Next size push rod down and just give it a little bit. I don't need to go too far because we're almost where we want to be. It's best to take it slow than go fast and overdo it, but we're super close. There's just a tiny bit of white still showing through. See if we've shrunk it all. Shrunk a tiny bit. We're still safe. I'm going to use the same push rod but change out the makeup pad. I'm just going to give it about that right there. And there we go. The detail is showing through, so it tells me we're good there. Sure I don't have any slivers hanging off that can be pressed into the metal. There's something odd going on there, but that's just the leaf. I'm going to go to the heat again, and then we'll finish this guy. My prices on coin rings are actually all going up on Monday, depending on when you see this video. So prices are changing. Just contact me via, the best way is through Facebook on Luke's Coin Art or through Instagram at Luke's Coin Art. But you can contact me through YouTube as well to get pricing. But yeah, I just found out that I'm way low for my pricing compared to other people. I'm gonna do the same work. So this is where we're at now. We're still kind of cone shaped. What's up, Damone? Yeah, it is gonna be awesome. So I'm gonna wrap it a final time. Fold these edges in. Size it, shape it and size it, polish it, patina it, we'll be done. This is where we find out if we did it right. It's being such a huge size. So in this die, it basically is pushed all the way down. It tells me I have to do the same thing to the other side. And luckily that isn't far to go. If it was too far, we'd be looking at a super small We'd be getting way too small as far as sizing. Let's see where that sits. Awesome. It's 12.5 right now. There's a lot of reed on the inside of there that we got to take off. There's almost 2 sizes, which will put us at the 14.5 we need. So I'm going to get that excess silver splinters that we just pressed. This kind of stuff. If it gets pressed into the reed or the side, it can destroy a ring. So I'm going to just make sure all that's out of the way. Yeah, I think we got ourselves a successful ring here. I always get nervous with these huge sizes. When you told me 14.5, I was like, either there's a big mistake or a big finger. Because like I said, only a few of these have been made. I have huge fingers too. They're not that huge, but they're pretty big for my size. Alright, I think we're safe. Just going to press this side down to where it has that little angle there as well. I don't have far to go, just that little tad bit right there. That's it. So the outside is done. We're done shaping the ring. Now we need to size it. So we take off the tape, look at where we're at, which obviously we need to polish this and patina it, but shape wise we've got the right outside shape, so there's no cone shape or anything odd going on. Get off me. But we're only at a 12.5, 12 3/4 right now. So we got to get it to here. And actually, I'm measuring it backwards because I want it to kind of sit up here. So either way, we got the same amount of work to do. So let's move this down. And how do I turn this around? Which battery do I got? I'm gonna unplug this and see if we're good. Where is my camera? There it is. Alright. So there's a lot of meat on this outside side that needs to be removed. You don't want a ring held on by just the lip on the inside, or it'll be very uncomfortable and leave, you know, just a ring on your finger. So we're going to remove that ring, but we're not going to hit any inside detail. And that'll thin out this part that's super thick that hasn't been manipulated at all yet, making it about as thick as this. That'll also give us that 1.5 that we need. This takes off little shavings like so, as you can see. You can kind of see what it's doing there. Taking off that little metal lip. Check how much we've taken off there. We're at a 14. So we took off a full size. And there's still some lip left to take off. Alright, lip is gone. Well, there's a little bit right there. Moment of truth. We want it to sit right about another tiny notch, which we'll get by using the sandpaper to soften this up. So we're shaped, we're sized. Now we need to make it pretty. Now comes the fun part. Making the ring pretty. I'm going to hit the inside where we just deburred. Then I'm going to hit the cut side, rounding it off, making it look legit. Yeah, I'm not hitting any of the detail of the inside. I'm just hitting that lip. Every bit of detail on the inside is still good. You can see the 1921, the E Pluribus Unum. Guys, if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to my channel. If you want to see more art being made, hit the bell icon, get notifications. I'm going to be hopefully going live every day, making something. I have a cool puzzle that I'm going to be doing after this. It'll be another pocket watch style, but I'll be drawing the puzzle on there and everything. On camera. Should be a fun piece. It's going to turn out really cool. I'm going to tone that one as well and then put it in a pocket watch style case. Should be about an hour project, but it'll be fun. Karen watched one being made yesterday, but the difference is I'll be drawing the puzzle on this time, and I'll be giving it a different finish. It's a different coin as well. Hope you guys can see what I'm doing. I can't see my screen right now. Looking ring. Some 2000 grit sandpapers. You wouldn't even know it was sandpaper, to be honest with you. If it wasn't sandpaper, you wouldn't know it was sandpaper. Just hit the same spots we just hit, making it look like we never even cut, never even hit it with the tool. It looks like it was made that way. Some machine made it. Some master craftsman made this ring. Not a master, but some really good craftsman made this ring for you. That's what it's going to look like anyways when you get it. You're like, damn, how did some person make that? It's like freaking amazing. It's Luke's coin art. That's what it is. And lastly, some steel wool. Get all that burn marks off of it from heating it up. Get it back down to its raw metal without scratching or taking off any of the detail. It's pretty. It is pretty. It's a beaut, Clark. It is a beaut, Clark. Alright, let's take a look at it while it's raw metal before we give it a patina. Show you where we're at. And once we give it the patina, it's going to pop. There's the E pluribus unum inside. That's the other side. The $1. Sorry guys, hit the power button. Are you back? You guys still there? And then the inside date, 1921. So let's patina this bad boy. I didn't lose you guys, did I, when I hit that button? Okay, cool. Alright, last step. Patina, 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 patina. Liver of sulfur. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I'm glad it didn't just end. Liver of sulfur in hot water makes a chemical reaction. Will turn this metal dark, or if I wanted to I can go with purples and weird colors, but that only works on certain things. This one we're just going as dark as we possibly can. So I'll show you how this reacts. Hold on. Alright, we're silver. We're going dark. Let's turning purples and blues and reds and yellows and all that good stuff. Kind of see the colors. What this is going to do is, once I neutralize it and we hit it lightly with a steel wool, it'll bring out the outer detail and give it contrast. So there we are right now. Hit it in the water. And let's go back on this guy. This water smells like farts because it's sulfur. Dry this guy off. And let's reveal the beauty that is inside. Hit that reed. Cut side. And let's just do this. Lighting's killing this thing. Too much light will make it hard to capture, but it is pretty as hell. Thanks, Karen. There she is. Just check size. $14.5. This thing is a freaking beast. I'll be posting pics on Instagram. I'll be posting pics on my Facebook, Luke's Coin Arts, both. Check them out. There we go. That's a little better pic. Come on, focus. I appreciate it, guys. Thanks for watching. Anybody in the future that watches this, if it is at all inspiring or taught you anything, or you feel like donating, there is a donation link in the description. Donations are highly appreciated. It helps buy these very, very, very expensive tools. These are not cheap tools, and it's constant upgrades. So I appreciate it, guys. We made an epic coin ring today. Largest Morgan I've ever made. There will be bigger though, I can assure you that. Thanks so much. Have a good one. Appreciate it. Have a good day.